I relapsed. And for a long time, I thought that meant that I failed. I was wrong. Today, I'm talking about something most people in recovery don't talk about, that are too ashamed to admit, and why I think that shame is the most dangerous thing. What led up to my relapse from alcohol was I wanted to get rid of depression. And I know it sounds crazy, but because alcohol is a depressant. But at the time, it was the first thing from my mind. It actually happened in April 2022. So that was like basically almost 4 years ago that happened. At the time, it felt like I was playing with fire. You know how you play with fire, but you play with it so much so that you end up getting burned. That's how my relationship and my relapse was. During my drinking spree, I would hide bottles. I would hide that I'm drinking. I would sneak drinks. I didn't want anybody to know that I had relapsed after almost 8 years of being sober. I did not want nobody to know. It took 3 months, basically from April to July 12th, to finally get me to look in the mirror and say I can't do this anymore. So on July 12th, 2022, I walked away from alcohol. Relapse is coming. Decision leave is part of recovery. It's not the opposite of recovery, it's a part of it. There's a gospel song, we fall down, but we get up. That should be our motivation to do. Because it's not how many times you fall down, it's the getting up that actually is the key. The dopamine is the reason why I believe cravings and triggers are so powerful. Because we're so used to having that chemical in us. That it says that I'm not going to do anything. It's like I can't deal with this. Let me find my release. But what we should have to be, we should be the shame makes the relapse worse. It keeps us stuck and solid, be able to talk to somebody about our stress and our triggers and what our cravings is. Get that help that we need and you deserve. You stay stuck and solid. A relapse doesn't erase progress. Your sober days are still happening. For me, when I relapsed, I said, hey, my clean day is this day, and be done with it, and try to not do it again. And honestly, I had relapsed so many times I can't even count them. It may be 4, 5, 6, maybe something like that. I don't know. But I know one thing for sure. I'm still clean and sober. I'm still here. And you could be here, and I know that if you have relapse or anything, don't worry, it's okay. Just take a step back and start over. And say that, hey, I've been clean for on this day and been sober on this day. And try not to do it again. And I'm not going to tell you don't do it again, because no, mistakes and things happen. Relapse revealed to me that I couldn't run away from my depression. I couldn't run away from anxiety or the stress. I couldn't hide from my problems. I couldn't. It may have masked it for the time. It may have numbed it from the time. But once that's over with, your problems are 10 times worse than what you did before you started. The thing I would do differently is, instead of picking on the bottle, I'll talk to someone, I'll read the Bible, I'll say a prayer, I'll do something like that. My support system is great. I got people that I can talk to. I don't tell you everything, because some things I keep to myself and I know I shouldn't, but yeah, I'm not ready. I will be soon. What I put in place as to pretend my recovery. I never thought about that. Maybe my emotions, maybe I put my triggers in place. I'm deeply committed to my sobriety, to try not to relapse again, to work on me, to work on myself, to keep it simple, to keep things simple. I'll tell you this: if you relapse, you're not a failure. You're human. If you relapse, reach out to somebody. Don't isolate. That's the worst thing you can do. And I encourage you to, if you fall down, get back up. That's the whole point. Now I want to know from you, have you experienced a relapse, or are you afraid of one? Drop it in the comments. There's no judgment, only support. This week, I'm talking about sober curiosity movement, what it is, and whether it could be useful, and whether it could be for you. See you next time. God bless. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.